Hello everyone, my name is Bonita and D4. We welcome you to ECG DMV's Kids Parach. To my left we have...
Hi, I'm Nathan.
To my right...
Hi, I'm Exo Zamadi.
Hello, I'm Victoria Azamadi.
And I'm Sister Katura.
Don't you guys just find it so great that we have our own Kids Parach to learn off of?
Yes, because that other Parach, I wasn't digesting. It wasn't for my level.
Yeah, and it's like really interactive that we can do stuff with it instead of just like reading and praying.
I think it's wonderful that they have something tailored to kids now.
Exactly.
Especially with those fun lessons at like the bottom of every page, keeping the kids hooked at the end. They don't even like fully know that they're learning the Word of God.
That's crazy.
I love how it works as like a guide because some of the pages they help with when we're questioning our faith, helping us getting closer to God. I love how engaging it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy that we have something that the kids can grow up with. It's important that the children grow up with the Word of God.
It's also like really interactive. Like so daily, like when you get it from Sunday, you can keep on continuing it and practicing what you have learned throughout the whole week. It's not just like, oh, I'm doing it on Sunday, but like you're doing it throughout the whole week.
So what do you like most about the Kids Parach?
Honestly, personally, I like the memory verse because it starts off every day with a Bible verse I can relate to and share with others.
Me, I like the story and the fun corner because if I had this fun corner when I was little, trust me, I would be reading this Parach every day.
Me, I personally like the fun corner because it's just really interactive and creative of ways maybe you can spread the Word of God or the ways that you can, interact with the message.
Yeah, I like the fun corner. I also think from like a perspective of a child, I feel like they would love it too because children love drawing and doing all these type of activities. And like if you're a child back then, you'd probably love it and want to do it all the time.
It's important to establish the Word of God from your childhood because it's not when you turn 18 when you start making your own decisions and your own beliefs. It's from the time that you start talking. So we can become spiritually more mature from a young age. Don't let anybody tell you that your age is a limiting factor.
Especially because the devil strives in like the young kids and stuff, like kids, because they're still like developing their common knowledge. Like say I grew up in like an African household, this like the language they speak, like that would just be common knowledge for me. So I feel like it's also good for the Parach because these Bible verses, they could just become common knowledge for me. And it's good for any other kid,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still a little sad though, considering that we're all teenagers. Like I'm 13, I think you're 15, you're also 13.
I'm 12.
It's a little sad because we don't really we never really grew up with this, I feel like we will relate to it a lot more if we had like a teenage Parach or something,
Yeah, because some of these stories in here I already know, I've learned, and like I just feel like if we had a Parach that really like it was more in tune with our age, like things that we're growing up with, like mental health and stuff like that, it would help more.
I feel like in our teenage years, we're growing up our passion, we're becoming our adult selves, we're thinking differently, we're just stepping into our new part of life, and it's important that we grow with the Word of God, and that, because the devil will not stop trying, especially when at this age, he will like try his hardest to attack you because he knows that his time is coming up, so he's going to keep on throwing everything at you, especially when you're young, because that's when you're forming your thoughts and your beliefs that will stay for you for years. So it's important that we have the Word of God incorporated into us in our daily routine.
What would you want to see in the Teen Parach?
I mean, personally, I feel like most teens, once they become like older, like around like 16 or 17, they start looking for jobs or just like work. So I'd like to see money management and stuff and just how to spend, how to like just keep it in check,
I would like to see emotion management because like as soon as you turn 13 or like as soon as you become a teen, there's a bunch of emotions that like pop up and like sometimes you don't know how to deal with them, but it's something that teaches you how to deal with them and like stress, anxiety, all those type of things. Something that tells you how to deal with them would be really effective.
Personally, I feel like I can't tell my parents everything, and I know for a lot of other teens it's the same. I feel like there should be like if we were to have a teen Parach, I feel like there should be topics about mental health and school, relationships, friends, like pressure into fitting into trends and self-control, finding confidence and worth in yourself, handling money, balancing Christ and school, and how your walk with God, your journey with God would look like as a teen.
Yeah, honestly, it is really sad that we don't have a teenage Parach, but at the same time, I'm really happy with this kid's Parach because I can still learn a lot from it, whether it be how to strengthen my connection with God, my family. I genuinely feel like I could take these lessons and evangelize it to, like, whether it be my friends or something from school, my teachers, anybody I know that may not have that kind of connection with God yet, you know?
Yeah, I feel like this would really make it easier for us to evangelize because people these days, they're not really, like, if you're trying to go to your friends talking to them about God, if you really go to them, they're not going to really listen. They're just going to, like, they'll hear you, but they won't really, like, listen or understand. So I feel like if you give this to them, they'll really, like, try to engage and see it from their own perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially with teenagers, because they think differently sometimes, they'll have different feelings towards stuff, they'll have different interests than, like, little kids, you know? So I feel like a teenage Parach would be amazing, but I feel like I can still take these lessons, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I can still take these lessons. I can learn a lot from them.
It explains our core values in the church. And I just love this Parach because it's part of soul winning. And this year, we're supposed to be taking over in soul winning. So this really helps, especially in the youth.
Personally, I know,
You know?
I know that if I got a teenage Parach, I'd be reading it day and night. I'd memorize it like the back of my hand.
Exactly.
I'm probably gonna do the same with the kids Parach too, though.
Yeah, even with the kids Parach, like you could do a lot with it. Even though it's like sometimes it's stating the bare minimum facts and stuff that you already know. Restating it is always like a good reminder.
Yeah.
You mentioned the soul winning using the Parach. Remember that there's the electronic version too.
Yeah.
So you can also
Yes.
evangelize using it electronically.
Like I can send it in group chats, FaceTime calls.
Because us in this generation, we're really influenced by social media. I know I am. Anything I see, I'll be easily influenced by. So I feel like if we were to introduce the Parach to social media and things like that, I feel like it'll have a big influence on kids our age.
Also, like if you get it to enough people and it's like a trend, usually like with teens these days, if they see one person doing it that has like some sort of power or someone who's like a bunch of people doing that, like they're gonna try to hop on that trend too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's look into it right now.